Will Clark of the San Francisco Giants hit a home run on his first Major League at-bat, and he's been going strong ever since. Today, Will shares some of his batting and fielding secrets with our Little Leaguers on Play Ball. Welcome to Play Ball with Reggie Jackson. Play Ball is brought to you by Kingsford Charcoal, for equipment you can depend on. Kingsford Charcoal, what the pros use.
Hi everybody, I'm Reggie Jackson, and welcome back to Play Ball, the show with equal helpings of fundamentals and fun. My guest today is a man so gifted, he's known by his teammates as the Natural. No, it's not Robert Redford, it's Will Clark, who joined the San Francisco Giants in 1986 after just 65 minor league games. He's been swinging a mean stick ever since. In 1988, Will had 100 walks, 102 runs scored, and led the National League with 109 RBIs. He's also a top-flight defensive first baseman, so we'll take a look today at a little hitting, a little fielding, and a little bit about the man, Will Clark, on Play Ball. How you doing, partner?
All right, Reggie. How about yourself?
Very fine.
Good.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Well, thank you for having me on here.
I'd like to tell the people about the first time that I met Will Clark. We were in Boston. I saw McGuire hit a big home run over the green monster in left field, and they were telling me about this kid from Mississippi who was kind of a country bumpkin, didn't know what was going on up there in the Northeast with all the tradition. Will Clark, that day, hit 3 home runs, and in about a half hour later, he was in the big leagues swinging a big bat.
I tell you what, it seemed like it was about that quick, the jump to the major leagues, but it's been fun. It's been really fun. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad you invited me, and hopefully we all can get something out of this.
Well, the nice thing about watching a player like Will Clark is you know that he likes the game when he's playing the game. And me, as an ex-Major League Baseball player and now a fan, I can enjoy that. Let's go work with the kids and see if we can talk to them about how to get ready to go into the batter's box.
Okay.
Alrighty. We talk about getting ready in the on-deck circle before we start to hit. I want you to meet my guys here. These are the Cardinals from the East Scottsdale Little League. Guys, you ready to learn something about getting ready to hit?
Yeah!
All right. Pretty enthusiastic. Who's the star on this team?
Everybody's
too many stars,
right?
huh? Well, why don't you talk to them about getting ready to hit?
Okay. Well, guys, when you approach the on-deck circle, you're doing one of two things. First of all, you're getting ready for the pitcher, and then second of all, you're getting yourself loose for your at-bat up at the plate. You get yourself loose by a series of exercises, whatever turns you on. A lot of guys swing a weighted bat when they come up here. They want the heavier bat, so when they pick their bat up, it's a lot lighter. I myself, personally, I don't use that. I just sort of get myself loose by swinging the bat around. I promise you I won't hit you, all right? I just stay loose in the on-deck circle. Second thing is stretch. When you go up to the plate, you don't want to be tight. You want to get your legs all loose. You want to stretch your hamstrings and your groin and the whole works. So just make sure you're totally loose when you go up to the plate. And then, like I said before, you want to check out the pitcher while you're up here, while you're stretching. You want to see if he's wild. If he's wild on the mound, you want to be a little bit more selective because he could either walk you or he could walk the rest of your teammates, make your job a little easier. And if he's throwing strikes, you want to go up there, you want to swing the bat, you want to be aggressive. So you can use the on-deck circle in 2 manners. First, to check out the pitcher, and second of all, to get yourself loose to go up there for an at-bat.
Okay, let's get somebody to try loosening up and getting ready in the on-deck circle. Trevor, how about taking your bat out there and see if you could do what Will was talking to us about? Attaboy, getting loose, loosening up the shoulders and the upper part of the body. And he talked about the legs, the lower part of the body. Attaboy. And you remember the mental aspect of the game. You're also thinking here about what the pitcher's doing, what he's been doing, you know, during the time you've been watching him, just 4 or 5 hitters before you get ready to hit. You don't just all of a sudden walk up there and then all of a sudden it happens. You've been thinking how the game has been going, and you're developing a plan of attack when you're in the on-deck circle. That's the mental part of the game. Okay?
Okay.
All right, guys. We're going to break for commercial. And when we come back, we'll learn about hitting, what it's like when you're in the batter's box getting ready to do business. We'll be right back with more on Play Ball.
Find a bat that you can handle. Get a nice handle, get a nice weight. That way when you swing the bat, you're swinging the bat. The bat's not swinging you.
One athlete has been on the cover of Sports Illustrated more than any other.
I must be the greatest.
A fierce competitor who knew no fear in or out of the ring.
I'll fight that chump in a telephone booth.
Muhammad Ali, boxing's best. And now you can get the incredible story of this sports legend captured on video free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated. You'll get an electrifying look at Muhammad Ali only SI can deliver. Free.
I'm the fastest thing on 2 feet, man.
You'll relive it all, his greatest fights, the guts, and the glory. From gold medal winning triumph at the Olympic Games, on to the startling rope-a-dope victory in Zaire over a young champion named George Foreman. Recall the grace, the charm, the showmanship, and the mouth.
One more time. Who's the champ of the world?
Call this toll-free number now and save over 50% off the cover price. Plus, get the Ali video free. You'll see the heated rivalries, including the 3 brutal confrontations with Smokin' Joe Frazier, Ali's stunning defeat in Madison Square Garden, up to the thriller in Manila.
And a thriller and a killer when I get the gorilla in Manila.
Definitely one of his most devastating battles ever. Get 23 issues of SI for 3 easy monthly installments of $9.89 each. That's over 50% off the cover price. You can put it on your credit card. You'll even get the baseball preview and the 1991 swimsuit issue, revealing the latest trends in beachwear, along with the Muhammad Ali video free.
Ali is the world heavyweight champion for the 3rd time.
Call now. You'll save big on Sports Illustrated and get the free video that must be the greatest.
I'm a bad man. I shook up the world. I shook up the world.
Welcome back to this segment of Play Ball. And with me, number 22 of the San Francisco Giants, sweet swinging Will Clark. This time we're going to talk about the fun part of the game, where we do business in the batter's box. Before, we had talked about getting ready to do it. We get to see a super swing here from Will Clark. That's why they call him the natural, just a nice, sweet, smooth swing with a very high finish. Guys that have high finishes, to me, are fly ball hitters. That's why this man hit 29 home runs last year. How about some basics, Will?
Well, for the guys, first of all, this is a part that's more overlooked in the game than usual. Find a bat that you can handle. Get a nice handle, get a nice weight. That way when you swing the bat, you're swinging the bat. The bat's not swinging you. Second of all, when you get in the batter's box, get comfortable. You don't have to imitate Pete Rose or anybody else. You're your own person. Get in there, get nice and comfortable, get on the balls of your feet. You can rock a little bit, you can move the bat a little bit. Another thing, when you grab the bat, don't choke it. Don't crunch down on the handle. Just nice and easy with the hand and get a little movement, okay? Now you're in a ready position. When your hands are right here, now you're in a ready position. All you need is the pitch from here. You step, make point of contact, okay? Make sure you see the ball, guys. You don't want to ever be pulling off the ball and looking this way when the ball's right there. Make sure you see the ball, hit the ball, and like Reggie said, make sure you follow through. And in fast motion, it goes like this.
That's why they call it the natural swing. One thing I want to mention is that when Will was talking about to do what you're comfortable with, get a comfortable stance, get a comfortable bat, do what's natural for you. Will has a fly ball swing when I mentioned he finishes with the bat high. That's why he hits home runs. You don't want to get in the batter's box and say, I'm going to hit a home run, I'm going to hit a ground ball, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. All you want to do is get in there with a plan to keep your eye on the baseball and hit the ball hard and let your natural abilities take over. Okay? All right, I'm going to flip a few balls to Will. You take a look at his swing when he makes contact. Then we'll get 6 or 7 of our guys to take a swing as well and try to do some of the things he's talking about, okay? All right, guys. Okay. Will, Let's see if you can hit a couple line drives, partner.
Okay, Reg.
Okay, here we go.
That's a miss. I had a few of those last year, Reg.
All right, smash. Okay, and one more. Line drive, Will.
Here we go.
Okay.
That's
all right, let's get some of our guys to try it.
Okay, who's first up here? How about you, Ralph? Since you're standing there with your bat ready
Ralph,
to go.
you ready?
All right.
Remember, you're comfortable,
nice
you're relaxed.
and easy.
All right? Comfortable stance. And now, the most important thing, keep your eye on the baseball. Okay?
That's
all
a
right.
good line drive right there.
Want to maintain your balance now. Okay?
Okay.
Bad pitch.
There
Okay.
you go. Okay, Ralph, what you were doing here now, we said stay on the balls of the feet. What you were doing was you were getting on your heels. And that was causing you to pull off the ball. You weren't seeing the ball on the point of contact. So let's get another cut and stay on the balls of your feet.
All right, partner. Here we go.
Oh, much better. Well,
good balance now.
Stay on the balls of your feet now. Go right back at Reggie. There you go.
Well, what do you think of that swing, Will?
That's much better right there, Reg. Okay.
Let's get someone else in there.
Who else is up? Right here. Okay. Get a practice swing. Let's see what you got.
Okay.
Travis.
All right, Travis. move
Okay,
up in the
Travis,
box
you
a
ready?
little bit. There we go.
Relax, stay comfortable. Watch the ball.
Woo! That's a good swing right there. I don't think I'm going to critique that one,
He's got
Reg.
me ducking and hiding.
I'll take 150 of those.
Okay.
Good swing, Travis.
All right, one more. And okay.
Some good swings right there, buddy.
Now that's what I call making the best of it. Travis, you swung the bat very well. Well, that for me, I think, is the real fun part of the game. Swinging the bat, putting the ball in play, and hearing the sweet sound of a line drive. Now let's go out in the field, around first base, the home of Will Clark, and learn what it's about in the 3-6-3 double play. Well, let's put the bat down and come out here to some familiar ground here around first base where you roam during the baseball season for 162 games. And let's talk to our guys here about the 3-6-3 double play. The footwork, the throw, the catch. Take it over.
Thank you, Reg. Well, guys, 3-6-3 double play is probably one of the most difficult double plays. What you have to do is you have to make sure of the first out, okay? And the reason to make sure of the first out is because the return throw from the shortstop could go errant. It could go wild. So what you do is you go through the fielding stage. You catch the ball first. You catch the ball. You make a good throw to the shortstop. Once you make a good throw to the shortstop, you come back to the base and catch the return throw. So what we need to do is we need to go slow through the fielding stage, throw the ball, and then come back for a return throw. And that's basically the 3-6-3. It's the first baseman to the shortstop and back to the first baseman. And we'll do a few now.
Catch, the throw, and then back, and the catch again.
And the catch again.
Well, let's talk to the guys about the fact that you're left-handed and my guys are right-handed.
Okay, left-handers have it a little easier because we're in throwing position already. We catch the ball and we're already in a throwing position. If you're right-handed, what you have to do is you have to get in a good throwing position. You catch the ball and you get your body to where you can throw the ball right at the shortstop and make a good, accurate throw.
All right, we got a couple guys want to try it?
Yes, we do. We have Matt and Chris
All right,
going out,
Matt.
and we'll try some here. Matt's up first here. All right, catch. Good throw, and get back to the bag and catch the return throw.
All right.
Nice
Good job,
catch.
Matt.
All
Good
right,
job.
Chris, your turn now. See if you can duplicate Matt's feet here.
Now, Chris, I do know that you're a big home run hitter, but we've got to get you to work on some
There you
fielding,
go.
too.
Good throw, and get back for the
and back.
good
All
catch.
right.
Well, Reg,
Anybody
you can't
else?
execute that any better than that. That's the 3-6-3 at its finest right there.
I got another guy I want to try. We want to get Ralph here. I kind of kidded
Okay,
earlier
Ralph.
about looking a little bit like Ralph Cramden here, but
Okay.
we're going to have him take a shot at first base
All right,
and see
here
if
we
he
go.
can turn a double play.
And the throw, and then back, and then the return throw.
All
A
right.
little wide there by the
Little wild
shortstop.
throw.
But that's all right,
Let's
okay?
have
We
a good
had the
one.
first
Let's
out
have a
there.
good one. Come on, Ralph. We're going to have a good one.
Okay, Ralph, your turn again. Catch, throw.
Good
Boy,
throw.
get back for the throw.
And another good throw and good catch. And
All right, he's out.
That's the 3-6-3
Nice job, Ralph.
double play. Okay. Outstanding job. We'll be right back with more on Play Ball and Will Clark. There's also some other parts of the game that you have to think about. The rules of the game and the mental aspect of the game. Let's talk about base running.
The Signature Series by Cross, a distinctive line of luxury writing instruments that combine the Cross tradition of fine craftsmanship and reliability with an elegant new design. It feels substantial in your hand. Its 18-karat gold nib and its finish, smoothly layered in lacquer and 22-karat gold, make the Signature Series from Cross Fine Writing a lost art rediscovered. Get the feel of Cross Signature today at Tom Lawler's on the 45 Bypass, Jackson.
If accidents, speeding tickets, reckless driving, canceled insurance, or DUIs are keeping the cost of your automobile insurance out of sight, then you owe it to yourself to call 424-0000, the insurance hotline. We fill out SR22s while you wait and arrange convenient monthly payments. If you're a high-risk driver, call now. 424-ALL-ZEROS, the insurance hotline. Why pay high prices for car insurance when you can get it for less through the insurance hotline? 424-ALL-ZEROS. Call today.
Can anyone stop Ayrton Senna from winning his third consecutive title of the year? Find out at the Grand Prix of San Marino, Sunday, live on ESPN.
Well, guys, we've talked about hitting and we've talked about fielding. There's also some other parts of the game that you have to think about. The rules of the game and the mental aspect of the game. What happens when you get picked off first base? What do you do, Eric?
Run to second.
Run to second. And when you run to second base, you have the right of way when you're in the running lane. We take a look at this film. Reggie picks off Marty Barrett. He throws the ball to Terry Francona. He throws the ball to the second baseman. The second baseman makes an attempt to throw it back, but before that happens, Marty Barrett turns around and runs into Francona. Francona does not have the ball. He's in the right of way of the runner. Marty Barrett has 3 feet on either side of him that he can run, and he's not out of the baseline. Therefore, Terry Francona has obstructed the runner. You see the umpire award second base to Marty Barrett. Francona should have been out of the way. Then it would have been easily to have picked off Marty Barrett. Marty was smart. He saw that Francona was in his way, and he continued to put on an act and even fall down and run into Francona. In my opinion, Marty Barrett should have been called out because I think he did an acting job on the umpire. He purposely, I feel, ran into Francona. He had no chance. He was within his 3 feet on either side. That's why the umpire called him safe. But Marty, you should have been called out. I had the advantage of having the instant replay. But it goes to show you that no matter what happens in a game of baseball, you've got to be alert all the time. And even if you do know all the rules, you can't be perfect all the time. Let's take a look at some of these unexpected bounces that happen from time
Mike Scott grew up in baseball-crazy, sunny Southern California. He loved the game so much, he even played with pain as a little leaguer. Following a successful high school career, Mike attended Pepperdine University, a second-round draft choice in 1976. Since joining the Astros, Mike has thrown a no-hitter against the San Francisco Giants and won the 1986 Cy Young Award. From the little leagues to the major leagues, one of the best modern-day pitchers, the Houston Astros, Mike Scott.
Hey, thanks, man. Stay cool.
7-Up, the cool spot.
Family, they're my most important priority. So I had my attorney set up a trust, and I manage my trust investments myself at Schwab. Low commissions, no annual fee. Now, if something happens to me, my family's taken care of the way I've arranged. Haven't lost my touch. Neither has she.
We give you more ways to succeed.
Welcome back to Play Ball. And this is my favorite segment, Question and Answers, where my East Scottsdale Cardinals get a chance to ask Will Clark about baseball. Go ahead, guys. Who's got the first question? Chris?
How did it feel when your first time at bat in the major league and you hit a home run?
Oh, boy.
Well, that was a pretty good feeling, Chris, especially when you hit it off of Nolan Ryan, who is now the strikeout king of all time. That was probably my best moment in baseball.
They told me it was the first pitch you saw, the first swing.
It was the third pitch, but it was the first swing, and when I hit it, I didn't know it. You had that good feeling, but you didn't know the ball was gone, and saw the ball go over the fence in center field, and I was sort of ecstatic running around the bases.
Okay, these guys are going to go to the plate for the first time in their careers, be it Little League, Babe Ruth, or American Legion. What was in your mind when you left the bench and got in the batter's box? What was the thought? Please don't let me strike out. Please let. I mean, what was your thought?
Always think positive. When you go up there, tell yourself you're going to hit the ball, and you're going to hit the ball hard. If you get that negative thinking in your mind, like I can't strike out or I don't want to strike out, it'll tend to happen. So go up there and think positive and think that you're going to hit the ball hard every time.
And at that time, what were you thinking?
I just wanted to hit the ball hard. You know, it was the first time I had faced Nolan, and it was a new experience.
You had heard all those stories about him?
You got that. You got that right.
Any more questions? Matt?
Who's the pitcher that you don't like to hit off of?
The guy that I had the most problems with is Rick Sutcliffe from the Cubs. He's about 6'8" and a big, tall, lanky guy, and he throws real funny. He throws real awkward, and he knows what he's doing with the baseball, so he gives me a few problems.
Any other questions? Travis?
Who do you like to hit off which pitcher?
You better be careful this time.
Yeah, I can't say that, Travis, because if I do, they tend to throw at you. No, there are a bunch of guys who you get in the batter's box and you feel very comfortable with. And it's just one of those things. They probably could be some of the best pitchers in baseball right now, but you just feel very comfortable in the batter's box with them.
Let me say this, Travis. When a guy has 100 RBIs and 29 home runs and bats 280 to 300, which Will does, he's pretty comfortable against anybody, okay? You know, I'd also like to mention that Will played 162 games last year. That's every game, which means he sets his mind when he goes to the ballpark that I'm going to play and I'm going to do a job. I'm going to be a professional. And he's the kind of player that managers like, because they pay attention, they're in the game. And me as a fan now, since I'm retired, I enjoy going to the game and watching a guy like Will because I know he likes to play the game of baseball. You can see it when he's out there.
That's something that I wanted to talk about to the guys. Baseball is a game, guys. and games were meant to have fun. So when you walk out on the field, have fun. Have a good time, relax, and hit it hard.
Mike, any questions?
Who was your idol when you were growing up?
Who was my idol? Growing up, it was George Brett. George Brett's still my idol. I watch George all the time on TV.
Great hitter. Very great hitter. Robbie?
When did you first think of getting into the major leagues?
I thought getting into the major leagues when I was a senior in high school. Up until then, I was just playing baseball and having a good time, and that's when I decided that I wanted to play baseball and be a professional.
Will, you went to college. What did you study in college?
I studied petroleum engineering.
And do you have a degree?
No, I got drafted when I was a junior, so I'm still missing my senior year. I'm 1 year away from a degree.
Go back and get it?
I will go back and get a degree.
How important is it for these guys to get their education?
It is definitely important. You know, baseball talks about being a game, but it's also a thinking man's game. They say that 90% of it's mental and 10% is physical, and it's true. You got to go out there. You have to be a smart ball player along with having a good amount of talent.
No, I think Mickey Rivers said one time that 90% of the game is mental and 60% of the game is physical. I couldn't figure that one out.
He didn't pass math in school.
Any more questions out there today? Chris?
Did you ever play Little League Baseball?
Chris, yes, I did. I played Little League ever since I was 8 years old. I've been playing baseball every summer and really enjoyed it.
Thanks, guys. Great questions. We'll be back with more on Play Ball in just a moment.
I was ready for my vacation, but afraid of being locked into inflated rental car rates. Suddenly, everything fell into place.
Help you with that excess baggage.
Thanks, she's not with me.
I mean those inflated prices. Dollar rental car is right on the airport, right on the money. Great selection.
From Shell.
Tuesday, Roger Clemens unloads his firepower when he takes the mound for the Red Sox. The new-look Blue Jays take aim at the fences. The Red Sox and the Blue Jays lead off an ESPN Tuesday night doubleheader. You're watching ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
I'd like to take this time to thank our Little League All-Stars from the East Scottsdale Cardinals. I'd also like to thank the 1988 National League All-Star first baseman, Sweet Swingin' Will Clark, for sharing time with us